news um, is I hit all my 50 people
Yay!
I called. I did have one back set because I did have somebody say they were going to look for a date, but then she said she's just too busy right now. So I'm waiting to hear back from her. I did from listening to the video. So then I just asked if she would be interested in ordering instead of doing the party right now. So I'm waiting to hear back from her with that. But I do have 2 other parties booked for next month. And then I have my one party under me this month, but then I have the 3 people that signed up. I have all their first parties to go to this month.
Woohoo! Nice. Thank you, Tabitha, for sharing. One quick note, Tabitha, for you, just write it down because I don't want to take up any time on this call, but you need to connect with me on the 27th and tell me what the game plan is for Lori, right?
Lori, yeah.
Yeah. And then also too, just side note, you guys, for anybody that was listening, when somebody comes back and they try to look for a date and they get overwhelmed, the first thing I try is, and you might have done this, Tabitha, but I just want everyone to be able to learn from this. If you didn't try it, I say, well, what if I just give you 3 dates? Start there. If none of those work, then we'll just agree that it's like, okay, too crazy. And what if we pick a Facebook party instead? So sometimes I start with a specific ask then about just like 3 dates. And then I turn it to Facebook before I just say, do you want to place an order? Because in my opinion, when you guys are running for leader, a $200 Facebook party is still better than a $35 order. Would you guys all agree? Like, even if it doesn't get qualified, I think you giving them a half price item and then maybe a coupon code is still better as a thank you than just placing an order. But that being said, Tabitha, you did everything right. I'm just giving you guys more ideas because I know you're all going to run for this goal. Mm-hmm. You want to have as much as you can under your name and under your belt. So awesome. Thank you for sharing. Who else has good news?
Hey guys, it's Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Hi, I'm in West Bend, Wisconsin. And I did the Gluten-Free Expo this weekend with 2 other ladies from our team, and it was awesome.
Yay! What was your biggest takeaway for the group if they're going out to do any vendor events or expos this fall?
Have samples and have enough product of what you are sampling to sell.
Ooh, good one. Yep. Yeah, I know Jess Huffman always says that. She's a team leader, actually Michelle's team leader directly. And she always says that was one of my biggest takeaways when I did a vendor event with her early on last year in 17. We sampled the garden vegetable blend in a spinach dip, and everybody wanted to buy it. So when we sold out, we should have took it away. We should have put it in a cooler and took it away, because the disappointment in people's faces then when they could get 6 other things they wanted, but they couldn't get the garden vegetable. I know it sounds stupid, but it just pissed them off. It did, because that's what they really wanted then. And then it was almost like some decided not to buy the 6 items. I don't know if you had that, Michelle, happen, but I felt like it just worked adversely in our advantage. Like it didn't help us at all.
Yeah, a little bit. Because, we were doing like a 10% off online orders, but people didn't want to place an order. They just wanted their stuff there and then to walk away with it,
Yeah, and you and I have talked, and this is, okay, just another tip, but I'm celebrating you, Michelle. That's awesome, and awesome takeaways. I think sometimes the less inventory you go with and then giving them the 10% off, which is equivalent to free shipping in most cases, it's better, because when they see a lot of it, or when you're at a big expo like that, I agree, Michelle. I don't think they want to place an order no matter what you say. So I'm sure you did a stellar job, and I'm so proud of you. I just think that they get in their head that when they come to an expo, they're going to have everything there. So a lot of you have been asking about your first events and can you set up with no inventory or little? Yes, because then it forces you to talk to them, sample food, and take orders, almost more like a tasting where you don't sell product on the spot. So yeah, awesome. Sorry, Michelle, I just wanted to add in those notes for anybody.
No, that's okay. It's good stuff.
Who else? Keep going. Let's hear some more. Anyone? Nobody else has any good news to share?
This is Tina. I booked a workshop for November, another one, and a workshop for December.
Yay!
I just booked a Facebook party, so I'm filling my calendars to December.
That's awesome, girl. You go. That's incredible. That's 3 parties. That's amazing. Tina, can I ask you, because you shared in the group chain, where are you at with that recruit lead that was possibly considering joining?
So she had a pretty busy, crammed weekend.
Okay.
So she told me to reach out to her tomorrow. So I'm gonna see if she can maybe jump in and jump on board this week if I can get her to sign on this week, because she's super excited, super pumped. So am I. And then I actually had,
everybody clap for Tina! Woohoo!
I had a conversation a little earlier tonight, actually. She said that she would be interested in joining for the discount. And I said, absolutely, because that's where I started. I mean, why wouldn't you? So I'm going to kind of feel her out the next day or two and see where she's at with that too. So
awesome. Good for you. Can I challenge all of you on this call to be as excited as you? Did you see Tina's face just light up when she started talking? If you're on video, you can see it. If you can't, you probably even heard the uptick in her voice. But one thing I want to say too is it's a sense of urgency. So notice how Tina knows when to follow up with this person, and that she's going to right away get her sign, like she said, this week if she can, or if nothing else, get her on an orientation call if she's committed with Carissa. You can set her sign date, but the more you get them tied in, get them welcome to the team page, the more that they really feel the community and the excitement. Not that you're trying to hook, line, and sinker them. They can still walk away if they want. You want what's best for them. But there is a piece about the excitement that would totally have honed in on my energy and been like, okay, I'm going to do it. It's totally cool. There's a community. And same thing, with the one looking for the discount. I challenge you to not let it go longer than 48 hours without asking her at least a question that kind of prompts, why is she not joining yet? My question to people is always, okay, girl, what's holding you back? You're a shoo-in for this. That always works for me. That might not be your personality, but to all of you, that sense of urgency and that genuine excitement is definitely showing through, Tina, I'm sure, as you're talking to them. So good for you. I'm really proud of you. Who else? Let's keep it going. Because I'm getting to do some coaching anyway in between. So I hope nobody minds that we're using this as great time to interject. I didn't even ask Carissa. I just shoved my opinions on all of you. That's why Carissa likes me, I think. I don't know. Oh, there's a little boy. I see a little boy. I love babies. I like babies when they're at your house, right, everybody?
I'm Ellen, and I just booked a party just now, actually. And I have 2 more that are on the border right now. So
that's huge, Megan. Good for you.
In our group, I'm working on my first vendor event, December 1st. So pretty nervous and not sure exactly what to do, but I'm taking all your advice and gonna go from that. So
awesome work. Good job, Megan. Who else, guys? Anyone? Nobody else has good news? There's a lot more of you on here. I'm not moving on until another person talks. You're just wasting my valuable energy. No, I'm totally kidding, but I'm not going on until someone else shares.
Okay, I'll share.
Hey, Nicole.
I did my first, I actually have not even had a party other than my launch party yet. And I was getting really nervous that I'm not getting people to sign up. So I very short notice signed up for a vendor event, 2 days notice. And didn't think I had a lot of product and stuff, but did it anyway. And I ended up selling a little over $200 worth of product. I had good conversation with over 30 people. And I have 2 people that I'm talking to tomorrow to finalize their dates for parties.
Woohoo! I love it. It's not always about what you have on hand or any of it. If you guys, I don't know if I shared the picture. Nicole, did I share a picture in our LIT chain of your setup? I don't know if I did.
I'm not
Um,
too sure.
if you have it and you'd be willing to share, I know some other people in this group are newer like yourself and don't have a lot of stock and are probably, I'm just going to use Ashley as an example. I know she joined not far before you. And I know like stock is one of those things, you guys, we don't want you to buy it if you're not going to eat it in your family, and we don't want you to carry it because it doesn't look duplicatable for other reps that you might be recruiting, right? I mean, it's hard to recruit when you got $6,000 worth of stock at an expo. So there's pros and cons to having it. But one of the things is, Nicole, I'm mostly proud of you because you got out of your own way. And one of the things that Nicole is not doing is making an excuse. I know your lives are hard. I know kids get sick in this season. I know every sporting event under the sun has, games on Saturdays right now and practice every night of the week. I know that all of that stuff is real. Bills have to be paid. Many of you work full-time jobs. But Nicole, instead of saying, oh crap, this is hard, you came and did my launch last month and now I can't get a party, was like, oh, I have these other ideas I'm going to try. Why not? And I just love that. So kudos to you, girl. I'm really proud of you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Anyone else? Now I feel like we got some good conversation going. Come on. There's got to be one more that wants to talk.
Hey,
Hey,
Kayla.
Hey, yeah, you go.
I had an event today, and it was a lady who had never heard of Wild Tree before. So I got her on board with, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I got her on board with the workshop. So she was going to order a workshop to do. She wanted my help with it. I'm like, you know what? Maybe we should just do a workshop party. So we scheduled the party next month. And she's going to order a workshop and talk to her friends about coming and doing it with her. So that was a good win.
And your script today, which I just realized I never hit send. Yes.
Yeah, I did the script, like not word for word, but I did it and I was like, wow, I kind of feel like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, she had an happy hour today.
Yeah, I was at my mom's house, so it was pretty relaxed, but it was still nice just to get out there and kind of just, I mean, I'm kind of a shy person, so talking in front of people was kind of hard, but with the scripts, like I just put the labels in the booklet, like you said, and it worked great.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. And you know what? How cool that you got to practice on someone you know and maybe a group that was a little more casual that made you feel comfortable. Because I feel like sometimes for some people, the scariest thing, and really it doesn't have to be, you just want to get one under your belt. It's like, oh, the script works. And even if I don't go verbatim, as long as the general consensus, building up your confidence is huge. So way to go, Ashley. That's awesome. Anyone else? I feel like now we're really getting some people talking here. Who watched this week's video so far? Anyone? Okay, no. No, that's okay. It's only Sunday. I wasn't asking to guilt anybody. I was just curious if anybody had done it. I can only see so many of you. Some of you are on the phone, so you'll have to unmute yourself if you're willing, ladies on the phone. Who watched last week's video and took away something from it?
Mm-hmm.
Did everybody? Shake your head if you're on video, yes. So I know Nicole, Tina, Ashley saying yes. Okay, Jen, I see shaking yes. Okay. And anyone want to share what their biggest takeaway of the week was? What did you take away from this week?
Mine was just reaching out. I was talking to Carissa, and I have a lot of people on my 100 list that I didn't want to reach out to because I just don't care. I don't know. The vibe's not there. And I was telling her I did it. I'm happy I did it. And I'm just going to keep pushing through. I'm just happy it made me more confident on reaching out to all those people.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Who else? Takeaways from this week. Can be anything. Do you want to hear mine? After 4.5 years in this business, I have never had as many cancellations and shitty situations as I'm having right now in my business. Ask Carissa, because she gets to be my sounding board. Every other hostess I was supposed to have a party with is literally canceling or postponing, most for good reason, but with very little notice. Party's supposed to be next week. I've been counting on it for a couple months, and it's canceling. So what I learned is you're never too old to learn a new trick. So I have been effing reaching out like a crazy woman this weekend in between, best part about this job, in between family stuff. So Nate had a haircut that Macaulay was kind of dozing off in the car today. I sent about 30 messages. So I do mine in big buckets. Do what works for you. That's something I want you to take away. You might need to do 5 at a time and walk away because it might overwhelm you. I would rather do 30 and then walk away and not touch it for 2 days and wait for those responses and do all of the follow-up and stuff. But each of us are different. But I just want you to know sometimes, not often, we find ourselves in the same boat as well. Just full calendar going into this month, confident with the flow of things, and about 50% of what I had planned is literally gone now. So what I want you to see is the realness, and the reaches are what makes the difference. I reached out to a few today, like I said, and some have gotten back to me and they're picking dates. So if I wouldn't have asked them, because I had gotten in a little bit of a rut myself, I wouldn't have those parties possibly coming back. So I hope that real life example sets in, because I'll be honest, personal paycheck, like not my team or my org, but my own sales and the income I make there, I'll be short by half this month if I don't replace them. That motivates me. So if you need motivation, go and do some math on $1,000 sales and hitting team leader numbers, and then take $3,000 sales and hit team leader numbers, and then take $6,000 sales and figure out at 40% what that is. Does that make sense to everybody, that you're going to make 40% on your personal pay? So put those numbers up in your house. I am serious. If that money would do something for you like it does for us, put them up and know the difference. And then that's not even counting your team, because Tina's going to have 2 new recruits in the next 48 hours. So you can start to do some math on team too. So who else? What were your biggest takeaways? I got a couple smiles finally. I know you guys are alive.
Oh,
Did someone just type something?
Renee says, I'm not afraid to talk to anyone new. Or I'm not afraid to talk to anyone now.
Yay.
Is what Renee.
That's awesome, Renee. Oh, yes, now I see it. I had my chat turned off. I'm like, why did I see that flash up on my phone? But now I got it. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Oh,
Is
I
that?
can't hear. Can you?
I was going to say, Jen, I can't hear you.
I'm in an echoey room, sorry.
That's okay, now I can hear you.
I'm looking to find a way around people who are a direct sales business.
Ooh. Who already?
People who what?
I think you said, Jen, I'm going to repeat it back so we know. Jen, are you saying those who already own a direct sales business? Is that what you said? I think she froze.
Yeah, I think so too.
Chris, if you want to shoot her a private message, because Jen's on your team, right?
Mm-hmm.
But do you want to shoot her a PM and confirm if that's it, and maybe tell her to get out and get in? Oh, wait, I think I heard her. Okay, she remuted. Yeah, maybe just shoot her a message. I think that that's what she was saying. Is everybody else in agreement? I think that's what she was saying. Let's cover that.
She's back.
Okay. Jen, just shake your head. Is that what you're asking? How to get around other people in direct sales? Like they're already in a different business? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll talk, and then I want to hear Chris's opinion too, because we might handle this differently. The number one thing I try not to do when you're a brand new going for team leader is try not to party swap or host too many parties right now. I hate to be a Debbie Downer. If you're into parties right now, I'm going to tell you it's going to kill your business this season. So one of the biggest tips I have is don't host any other parties right now if they're not already on your books. It's not going to benefit you in any way, okay? The reality is people do want to hear from you, but they don't want to hear from you about 6 other products when you're running for a promotion with your company. So number 1, don't do party swaps. Number 2, if you're reaching out to people that also do their own business, they might expect a party swap. Don't do it. You do not owe anybody anything. Buy their product if you truly need it or want it, and they should do the same for you. So if they want to book a Wild Tree party, awesome. But if they say to you, well, Jen, I'll have a party for you if you have a party for me, you got to really want to do that party, because you're going to be working 3 times harder, because she's only half invested, or else she wouldn't have needed the catch-all in order to host. So my best hostesses, they do Rodan and Fields or Unique or whatever, but the expectation is not that I'm going to host for them and they host for me. It can be both. I mean, maybe we both do want to have a party, but many times I just want to buy the $52 fall colors palette from Unique, and she's going to host a workshop with me because she wants to make freezer meals with her friends. Does that make sense? Like, there shouldn't be an obligation. Also, never be afraid to ask them about the business opportunity, you guys, because I find a lot of people are dissatisfied with upline support, training, true income opportunity, and sometimes even the quality of the products after they joined and got like 52 different products. And they're like, shit, this stuff doesn't actually work. I still have acne, or my lashes aren't growing any longer, or whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not saying take them and steal them. Be real, ethical, and professional. So Jen, depending what you're exactly running into, message Carissa and she'll go over specific examples with you. Like maybe it was the case where somebody's expecting something from you back or whatever it is. But Carissa, what ideas or thoughts do you have on that topic?
Yeah, I was good. Well, my first question was going to be like, what are you referring to? Just you want people to come to your house and try things, or you have a bunch of friends that are in direct sales and you don't know how to ask them to try Wild Tree? I guess I wasn't understanding the whole beginning piece.
Right. They already have their own, and I think they would do great in Wild Tree, and I don't think that they're happy doing what they're doing. So I want to approach them to come to Wild Tree, because I know they can do it. I know they have the personality, but I have to get over that they need to look at our opportunity better than the one that they're in.
Oh, okay. So totally the recruiting piece of it. Yeah, well, I mean, if they're your friends, have an honest conversation like, hey, I know you said that you weren't happy with the way things are going with X, Y, and Z. Have you ever considered doing what I do with Wild Tree? Or, it could be something just as simple as just asking the question and not feeling like you have to be sneaky about it or anything, but just maybe like, it's like what I always say when you talk to people about hosting or you talk to people about ordering and things like that, it's connecting yourself to them personally first versus just being like, hey, I know your cell, it works, you should join Wild Tree. Like, then people are like, what are you talking about? So like connecting like, hey, I saw that or last time we talked, or I saw that, you were kind of upset with X, Y, or Z. And I just thought because of your personality and how amazing you are, maybe Wild Tree could be a better fit for you. Have you ever given it any thought? And just leaving it at that. Does that help at all? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I'm real careful with when people ask me about this topic. The kicker part is, sometimes, Jen, it can be what you said. In Nicole's case, she's been with another business. I hope she doesn't mind that I'm saying this. And it can be just wrong business for the person or wrong income structure or whatever. But sometimes it can be the person. So I just really warn you not to invest too much time in trying to promote our business to other business builders. The reality is you're better off showing them how awesome our products are and how good you're doing in the business. So P.S., if you get any incentive, prize, bonus check, gift from Wild Tree, anything, you should be showing that off on social media, and every once in a while even send a blast to your customers saying thank you and showing what this business is doing for you. That's the best way to sell the business opportunity to somebody that's in another company. Just be your real authentic self, loving this opportunity. I never even asked Nicole to join this business because she's in another business, or was and is, and loves the products, but I had no idea it wasn't the right income structure for her. But I'm not feeling like when I go out and do an event, it's my place to say to somebody, your business sucks. Why don't you come do mine and you'll make more money? I want them, and I'm not saying, Jen, you would say that either, but you guys know what I mean? I don't think that's the right way to recruit people. I think what makes it sexy, what Carissa and I do, and I use us as an example, not that any of you aren't ready to be here, but we've walked through this, right? We've gotten to directors, so we've helped other leaders also build their businesses. I think what makes it attractive is that I don't go out and try to poach other people, but I just live the lifestyle, and you either want to come on board and chase what I'm chasing or you don't. And I just sometimes have that energy of like, okay, then, don't, and good luck with your business opportunity, basically. Okay, yes, there's a couple minutes left. My husband's smiling at the door. Do you guys see the lights flashing? That means it's Macaulay's bedtime, and I got to bring it down a notch because my office is next to his room. Who else has a question or something we can chat about? We have a couple minutes left. And I want to make sure that we hold each other accountable to watch this week's video. Who's committed to watching it in the next 24 to 48 hours so you have most of the week to put into action? Awesome. I thought it was a great video. I did watch it today. I think it's fabulous. Who's committed to commenting in the thread when you have something awesome happen or when you have a question this week? Can we all commit to doing that together so that we build together? Each and every time you guys comment and share a celebration, it kicks somebody else in the ass when they were putting off the work they need to do. And anytime you ask a question, it makes other people feel validated. And like all the crap, like this week, my party's canceling. It made me feel good to know that you guys were doing your reaches and not all 50 were just booking parties with any one of you. And here I am like, la la land, like what am I saying wrong? We're in this together. But man, hearing Tina book 3 parties and have 2 recruit leads this week, I mean, doesn't that motivate you all? That's incredible. And Nicole being brave enough, she's 5 days into business and I'm gonna go out and do a vendor event this week because I can. Like that's amazing. So any other questions? We have a couple minutes. Any other questions or comments? Chris and I have talked and we're really trying to keep these calls more of your guys' voice than ours because we can get on a call and record a training anytime, but we wanted to do this series to really learn with you guys. That's the cool part about LEAD, but also have you guys become friends and be the heart of this program, not us. So please, anytime, unmute your line, even if you have children screaming in the background, and just ask or share, or a husband or other things.
Hey guys, it's Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
So I'm not gonna lie, I was scared out of my mind and like sick to my stomach when I made my first reaches. It was unbelievable. I called like Jess in a panic. I'm like, to walk me off a cliff here because I'm freaking out. So it was great to have her like calm me down and just it's not so scary. And kind of once you get through the first one, I don't know, it just makes the other ones not so bad. And like a lot of these people I haven't talked to since like high school. So she's like, what difference does it make? You haven't talked to them since then. How many years ago was that? If you reach out and they ignore you, they say, no, big deal. So it's just, we make it so much worse in our head than it actually is. And it's just getting past that. And once you do it, it just gets easier.
I agree. Getting told no tonight on some of the reaches I made earlier today actually didn't hurt my feelings at all. And I guess that's what happens, Michelle. You just get used to reaching out. I know I spoke from my heart when I made the reaches. And if people say no, I'm just like, thank you so much for the reply. I hope that, we can stay connected and we'll chat soon and blah, blah, blah. And I genuinely feel that way about them. I'm not mad at them that they said no. I'm just thankful they got back to me. And I'm no worse off than I was before I made that reach. Anyone else before we get cut off? Carissa, do you want to add anything?
No, I'm good. I mean, I like I said, I like listening to everybody and how their weeks are going and stuff like that too. Like you said, you can talk to me anytime you want, Monday through, 7 days a week. But I like just to listen to all of you and hear what's working and your excitement and being a part of this group. So.
And in closing thoughts here, because we have less than a minute before it kicks us off, I just want you guys to know how badass you are for getting on Sunday nights, investing in your business, doing the LEAD courses, and doing the damn reach outs. I am so proud of you.